harmony. Don't ever go. Oh, how I love you so.
No,
No,
don't
don't
stop.
stop.
Sorry, it
Sorry, it was
going.
good on.
Sorry, give me set up my microphone. There we go.
Yeah.
Wild or evening for you, I believe.
Yeah, late afternoon. Yeah, 10 past 3. I will.
Yeah,
Good seeing
that
you.
song was the song for my youngest son because we call him B,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
so yeah, it's Mr. B. He keeps the harmony, but is buzzed and covered in yummy dust because toddlers are always filthy with food
Yeah.
crumbs everywhere.
Yeah.
It's probably one of my most favorite writing works and music I have ever made
Yeah.
because
Oh, did you make that as well?
yeah, I made
Wow.
it. Well, not like I didn't make it. The Suno made it, but I wrote the lyrics and
Yeah,
all that. But
I
same.
agree with Will as well. Play it. Yeah, I'll mute. Yeah, play it.
Oh, play the whole song again? I mean, it was just ending. I guess I could. Give me a second. Let me get back to it. I gotta do the settings and all that.
Oh, Mr. Bumblebee, you bring a smile to me with your hum and your buzz. I can't get enough. I always see you by the sweetest flower. I can watch you for hours. Oh, Mr. Bumblebee, you bring a smile to me with your song and your cheer. Happy to be here. I love to see all the patterns that you make. It's a wonder what flight path you'll take. Oh, Mr. Bumblebee, you bring a smile to me with your joy and your sound buzzing all around. Oh, Mr. Bumblebee, you bring a smile to me with your fuzz covered in yummy dust. Mr. B, you keep the harmony. Don't ever go. Oh, how I love you so.
That's pretty much it. Sorry, I was switching microphones.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. Like
Yeah.
Will says, yeah, that is pure sweetness. Yeah. I'm loving your name as well as the what was it, the taxing Gentile.
Yeah. It's a reference to if it's a when Christ says like if your brother is like ignorant, then just treat him like a tax like a tax like a tax
collector.
tax collector or a Gentile. So it's like, you know, the piece of shit, just treat him that way. So the taxing Gentile, that seems like a cute little nod for the people who know.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, I'm in the beautiful stage of my kid's development where he's learning words, right? Because he's 2. Like he's gonna be 3 in 6 months, which is 4 months now. Or is it 6
Yeah.
months? Fuck. No, it's 6 months because yeah, he's a July baby. I keep thinking June. And so I didn't realize that he's a bridge baby for me and my wife in a month because my wife is born in June, he's July, and I'm August. He's a bridge baby.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
never realized that.
That
Not
means
that
you
that
got a
necessarily means not that necessarily means anything, but still.
Yeah. No, it means you got a birthday party every month. That's good.
Right, about like for 3 all summer, there's nothing but a birthday. It is pretty cool. I have two children in October, then one in April. So I have like a weird set, I guess. But yeah, my boy, he's learning his own name, so it's pretty cool. He just said it like for the first time yesterday. He's like, Mateo. It's just so cute. It's so cute listening to just fucking learning their words for the first time.
Yeah.
It's like the only instance where I can feel like the purest joy of yes, something at least successful is going on, and this is it. Not work, not nothing else. This.
Yeah. I've done something. I've achieved something.
I feel like Tom Hanks in that part in like Castaway where he's like, fire! I have made fire! It's like every time my kids do something smaller, you know, just normal. It's like, I have made fire! And he starts stalking the flames. Yes! That's how joyous it is. But then it always just rushes away. Like right now. As soon as it comes, it's gone. So how's your Valentine's whatever the fuck day been? I guess
Oh, is it Valentine's Day?
yesterday was.
To be honest,
yes,
I was
yeah.
in bed. Yeah, I was in bed all yesterday.
Oh, you dog, you and Ben and
Yeah.
Valentine's all day. You
Not like
dirty dog.
Unfortunately, not like that. No, I would just do. Yeah.
You didn't even give yourself a little Valentine's Day squeeze.
No, no, to be honest. Yeah.
Not a proper tug. You
No.
just left all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it starts counting as your workout for the day. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in trouble.
Oh. Yeah, yesterday wasn't too bad for me in Valentine's Day. We went out
yeah.
about. I had to go to work, so I had to double back for work. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was pretty decent. The nighttime got even better. You know, couples, kids
Oh, yeah.
sleeping, all that jazz.
I always took the missus out for a meal.
No, I didn't have time for that. I would have, but I didn't have time.
Yeah.
We were gonna go out for like steaks and shit, but because we had to double back, we couldn't. So she's like, I'm just gonna buy steaks and make them at home. But I got her
Yeah.
Taco Bell, so somehow that makes up for it. Because like it was in the middle of work, I'm like, we can have Taco Bell for lunch. She's like, women love tacos and shit. She's like, oh, Taco Bell, yeah. It saved the day, I guess, for the moment. Quick thinking. That's like my last ditch effort. My wife doesn't know that. Whenever she's pissed off, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Works. I'm off the hook if there's Taco Bell. But you see, the key is to never have the Taco Bell ready. Because then she'll know. Because they're smart. They figure shit out. They're not dumb.
Yeah. The smell.
You have the fight. No, she'll physically see it. You know, she's my wife. the idea is you go get it afterwards the fight because then it's
Yeah.
better.
All right. Okay.
Then she doesn't know. I mean, she's listening now. She'll know. Hey, Green, you're here, but it won't show you on the image thing. Weird.
I agree. Good seeing
Hey, what's going on?
Just chillaxing
Ah.
right now.
Yeah, freaking you can't see my beautiful face. That's a shame.
Oh,
Yeah. It's weird.
That's a shame. You know, it was a nice Sunday morning, you know, time for church. That's why I'm here. Anyway, how you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. It's getting warmer, which is great.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and lighter as well.
Oh,
Quite
fuck
nice.
yeah. It's like 50 degrees right now, I think.
Yo, dude, it's almost like t-shirt weather. Great. Snow is melting a lot, so there's like a lot of wet shit going on.
Oh, yeah. It's like so weird seeing the concrete like store all the wetness. It's like, it hasn't rained. It hasn't rained. What's up with all this watery, wet ground? It's like, oh, shit. It's the.
Yeah, it's like
stored in.
it's steeper. This is when the roads are gonna get really bad.
I
don't know,
also good seeing-
Oh, let me look outside. Hold on. Halsey, how you doing? Halsey doesn't have that pond. She lives in the sun
Perpetual
coast.
summer, right?
Yeah, perpetual summer 24/7. We didn't
Like
get
there's
that
no
luxury.
change. Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't know if I could do without my four seasons, right? Growing up in them. It's a little hard, like, because if you want winter, you got to go either travel far. But I get it, like, I just have to wait around for it to come, if it
Mhm.
comes, right? But nowadays, it usually only comes between January and February. The snows they don't come in like November and December that much very often. Usually January that gets the super
Yeah.
snow.
I think when people get older, you'll start talking a little different. Be like, you know what? I can't stand this cold, and and people just say, fuck it. They end up moving to like places like Arizona or Florida. Right?
Right?
Oh yeah. Also says 53 Fahrenheit now, 66 later. I think that's the thing you
Yeah.
versus.
So like it's like that where yeah.
No, if I could see me doing that, living somewhere like that, but I don't know if I could stand not like having a non-snow Christmas or some shit like that.
Oh no,
I mean,
no, I gotta have the snow. I will not be able to handle it. I'll freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll literally go crazy. I think
I mean, we barely get snow on Christmas anyway. Like if you get the January 6th Christmas or
Yeah.
whatever, then sure you can have snow on that Christmas, but it's not the same. It's not the
Yeah.
same when there's no snow on the
You want snow on
25th
Christmas.
Christmas, right?
Yeah.
How am I going to be racist and play I Want a White Christmas if there's no fucking snow on the ground? Then I'm just a racist. I'm just a racist singing about my white Christmas. Damn it.
Yeah.
Just like the ones I used to know.
Chuck is going on a tangent. That's hilarious.
Where the slaves are all buried in snow.
Yeah.
Might be a little too far, but
Yeah, a little bit too.
I'm racist and say I want to kill fucking slaves. Now, hold up. When did racism and slaves ever get involved? That's not right. Racism doesn't necessarily coherently mean slaves. What is this? I'm
I'll be
not
right
Jewish. No. I don't have a Sabbath
good
goy
evening.
working for me.
You know about them goys. Loving goys.
I'm like, I feel like I'm sometimes in the in between a goy and a Jewish person sometimes. Like I can feel the weight of both. I must serve my masters. But I am my own master.
Oh, okay.
I need to eat kosher from now on. It's healthier to eat the kosher meals. Get the kosher products.
Do you know what's the worst thing you could eat?
What?
Bagels.
I do love a good bagel, but I only like it for like I don't like
Mhm.
bagels the way normal people like by themselves. I only like them in like breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're really good, but they're really bad for you.
One thing I like. Did you know that
It would.
cottage cheese, like
House
you
cheese is good
you
for you.
kosher cottage cheese is completely natural, while goyim cottage cheese is not. So if you get kosher cottage cheese, you probably had
Is
natural
is it
cottage
is it
cheese.
is it the same amount of protein?
No, it's made up completely different. Because I went to go look at it, and like I forget which product. I went to go get like
Maybe
lasagna.
the kosher cottage cheese may be better for you.
Yeah, like it's actual cottage cheese. If you look on
Oh
any
hell
other
yeah!
product, it's just the synthetic cottage cheese essentially. So like the store brands are usually synthetic stuff, while if you
I
you
heard
gotta
it.
dig
No,
and
wait
look
a minute.
for
How
it.
could it be? How could it be synthetic? Because they're made of fucking milk and
It's
fucking
not it's not made of just those things though. That's the
like
thing. It's
like
a substitute.
I have this app called Yuka, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it kind of scans, like anything like 0 to 100, right? And then it shows kind of additives and all that shit.
Yeah.
So like it tells me right off the bat, like, yo, is this bad or is this good? It kind of rates it, right? If it goes like to 80 above, it's pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
you
So it like
know,
analyzes your food
like
and
like
then
the
so
the highest score you could get is like fucking water, like a
yeah,
hundred,
like,
you know?
yeah.
So like, but like at the cottage cheese, most of them that I get, they're pretty much they don't have no
It
pesticides or
is.
any chemical bullshit though, right?
Yeah. Basically, it is just water.
Right.
Oh, it's probably
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of it's
No,
water.
you know what I saw like on fucking Amazon that they were selling diet water.
You
That's a
can't get
weird one.
diet water,
Yeah,
surely.
yeah. There's this thing called diet water.
Diet water.
Only
What?
thing,
Yes.
the only thing that I can make sense of that is if it's stripped of its nutrition, it's more like distilled water. So you're just thinking drinking
Ah,
really
yeah.
distilled water, which could
Hmm.
be considered because it's 0 calorie water. If
Oh,
that's
and
what they're
then you
looking
could.
for.
Well, that's what they call it, diet water.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
Yeah,
Healthy as a good point. Can you just say all things
water
you
with
can?
stimulants.
yeah, that too.
That probably that's what it is. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Water
Water
Like
has
has
diet.
nutrition.
yeah,
I think it has natural
Yeah,
minerals depending on what type you get your water from.
yeah.
healthy
It was funny because that was a joke back in when I used to collect Garbage Pail Kid cards. They had this character called like Skin and Bones. I don't know. They had some weird name, and her fucking nutrition was diet water. So pretty funny. That is
Yeah,
an
I
actual
remember.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember them garbage pail kids. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember them shits. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember Garbage Pail Kids. That movie sucked. Oh my god, that movie sucked. When they
I've
came
never
out with the
seen
movie, oh, that movie was horrible. Well, yeah, they came out with the movie. I walked out of the theater.
it.
I literally walked out of the theater. This is
In
back up.
What
disgust.
what
Yeah,
movie?
the Garbage Pail Kid movie.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, you wouldn't want to.
Probably.
It was a horrible. But looking back at it, it was pretty funny. Like actually, if you see it now, it is ridiculous.
Actually, in the UK, it was called the Cabbage Patch Kids. I think it was the same thing. I'm not sure, but
No,
yeah.
no, no. They made the whole point of the Garbage Pail Kids is that they made fun of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Ah, right.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
was. It was a spin. It was like a spoof.
yeah.
So they
I,
made fun of like. So they came up with these trading cards. It had bubble gum in it, but they came out like stickers,
yeah.
and we used to go crazy. Like they had series 1, series 2, series 3. It all went to like 24, 50. I think it's probably 50 right now. I don't know.
I've clearly not been paying attention to my Garbage Pail Kids. Knowledge.
Lore.
Yeah.
what a niche part of culture, right? Fucking Garbage Pail Kids. I know they have a Trump one. I know they have a Trump Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Oh, hi, Bojo.
They had one of Hillary Clinton. That was hilarious. They had one of Hillary Clinton's like yelling at a mic and people's ears are bleeding.
So are they still
Oh.
going? Yeah.
They're still going, yeah, man. The Garbage Pail Kids are not going to stop.
I thought that was like a 1980s thing.
No. They keep going, bro. Like this is not. It literally outlasted the Cabbage Patch Kids. People used to spend so much money on those dolls when they came out, like in Christmas. Oh my fucking god, they will kill you for that shit. People pay thousands just for the last fucking doll.
Is that like
Yeah.
the same thing for like Beanie Babies and shit?
Yeah. Like back in the
Yeah.
back in the 80s, people used to be a little bit more hardcore because they didn't have the internet, so they had to go to stores
Yeah.
and get this
My
shit.
mother-in-law does like the weird same thing with like Elvis dolls that she has, and she's shaved them for all these years because she's like, they're gonna be worth something in the future. I'm like, but they're not worth nothing now. Like, where's this fucking Elvis doll's gonna be worth bazillions to some random fuck when you can just buy it online for like $50 for like $10 more than what you actually bought it for. So it's actually like it's gone up, but you're not gonna make the same like millions from it. She's a weirdo. She has all these old relics that she thinks she can sell off. I'm like, you're like 60 now. I'm like, why haven't you sold them off yet? Like, why do you go on to them?
They're probably like, I'll give you 25 cents for that.
Yeah, thrift store fine.
I'll give you $1. Okay, $1.
Like the person who buys it. Look, man, I'm just buying an Elvis toy for my kid. I'm not going to take it out of the box and they're going to break it.
I'm going to put this in my bathroom.
Yeah, so Elvis can watch me.
I want Elvis to watch me take a shit. Isn't that how he died? Actually,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Still be funny. It's like, yo, I'm gonna put this in my toilet.
Yeah.
As an homage, this can happen to you.
His guts were so bad he actually died on the toilet. Yeah,
That's
he ate
crazy.
mini burgers. Yeah.
He was
He actually
pushing
died
too
on the
hard.
toilet. Yeah.
I think they should abandon the toilets. I think that it's the toilet was killed them.
Yeah.
I heard
No,
that
because
Elvis,
think about it. Because the way it's unnatural to sit that way.
I heard
Like
that
the
Elvis was
The best way to take a shit is like squatting.
Yeah, that's more natural, probably historically. Yeah.
It all depends on how fat you are and if you pinch your,
Oh, yeah,
your,
yeah,
pinching
no,
your
yeah.
gut. Because all that added weight clogs the tubing, to be honest. So if you're sitting down normal, you should, and you're sitting up
Oh,
straight
alright.
with good posture, it shouldn't
Yeah.
affect your
Mhm.
shitting.
It's all about
But-
the angle.
Yeah, if you have a bad weight, then you're fucked. You're squishing your own fucking poo to not poo, and you're not working off that poo, so it's just staying there stored. In your
Yeah,
body.
he was trying to force it out, but I think if he squatted, I think it would have came out. I think he would have been all right, and we wouldn't still been having Elvis. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you should have
Yeah,
done a little big bang and dug it out.
You know, he probably wouldn't got healthy after that. Probably started working out and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
You know, he probably wouldn't got into like the punk scene.
I heard Elvis was like a Sabbath goy or some type of Jewish family. I forget which, but he actually was a goy for somebody, and in being a goy, granted him access and privileges.
Oh, you
But I'm not too sure. That might be a conspiracy.
You're being anti-Semitic.
No, I'm not trying to be. I'm being a supportive
And these- and
I'm like, look,
he's
look,
Soretic.
this is what happened to Elvis. It can happen to you.
Yeah.
Gotta be a good boy.
Antiseptic. That's what I was talking about. You're being antiseptic.
Antiseptic, yeah.
Stop being antiseptic.
I can't stand this shit.
Yeah,
That's really antiseptic of you.
and that is how was it Cockney rhyming slang works. We call Yanks Americans antiseptics.
Yeah. What?
Antiseptic tank Yank. Yeah, that's how Cockney rhyming slang works. This shit.
Yankees. Nobody says Yanks anymore. Like anybody who uses that, I think of somebody like in the Civil War or some shit like that.
I think the only proper way to say is you bunch of fucking Yanks. Like you gotta be racist with it.
Somebody says
Fucking
Yanks. I'll be like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What century are you in?
Is that different to Yankees? I didn't know.
No, we don't. Nobody uses that here.
Yeah. Oh.
I could see it being the new terminology for like someone who's fucking wankies. Right?
Yeah.
Wonky Yankees.
The Yankees, like in baseball, they're like the evil empire. They're like, they're like the bad guys of baseball. Which that's why they're my favorite team, actually.
That's actually my favorite team.
Yeah, because they're
I always have to be the Cubs. Sadly,
the
I don't think
Cubs.
I'll never. Yeah, I'll never. I don't think I'll ever have another baseball team other than the Cubs. Cubs
But
are
I have
always my
two
favorite.
teams. I have the San Francisco Giants, which is my West Coast team, and got my East Coast, the Yankees. Always rooted for the Giants. They used to actually the New York Giants, and they moved to San Francisco.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I used to like the Colts back in the day. Besides the Bears, obviously Bears default being from Illinois. Green Bay hate with passion, even though they're not bad. But I like the Broncos, and there's another one that I like. I think it's the Chargers as well.
Oh, could you post up what Willie Free just posted? He says Todd hit Cracky with some nothology. What is that?
Oh, it's the study of nothing, or can be. It's all that.
Oh, whoa, really? All right, let's hear this.
Oh,
right, I'm ready.
I'll see if I can explain it. There's like,
All right.
if you entertain the idea of nothing, again, this is all just speculation anyway. There's no actual way to say or prove any of this unless you can prove it. But if there is such a thing as nothing existing, then it seems to exist up into 4 types of categories, which can be described in the Hebrew Bible. And these 4 terminologies are like, how do I put it? I don't know whether they call them modes or function or forms, but essentially we exist within this grand illusion, and this illusion has the potentiality.
Wait, hold on. I got a question. What are modes?
Nodes are like, just I don't know how to describe. Like I said, that's why I said like
It
Hearts,
sounds
maybe?
it sounds very Gnostic.
yeah, it can be.
It
It
sounds
can
very,
be? Okay.
sounds very solipsistic as well.
Yeah, it can
Modes.
be. Essentially, like like the only real thing would be on the outside of what we call like experience and existence, because
You
we're
know,
in
I'm actually taking notes, right?
that's cool. I could send you a paper.
No, because I gotta follow what you're saying, because
I've,
I try to do it in my mind. It's gonna destroy me. So let's.
Oh, trust me, I don't even have this
Yeah.
set up in my mind. And
I
again, I'm
gotta
literally
prepare for this shit. Hold on.
talking about
All right,
nothing.
go. So the modes.
Yeah, I could get into it. Give me a second. I can try to
All right.
find it.
Cool.
And I agree with Bojo as well. Nothing existing is an oxymoron. If you say that nothing exists,
Nothing. Nothing.
then
Wait,
it
wait.
exists, then it's no longer nothing. So
That just sounds like a brain teaser.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
What's up, Midnight?
Well, midnight. How could midnight be shown and I can't?
He's on video.
Dude, his StreamYard is very weird.
What the fuck? I feel like I'm being discriminated.
Bro, do you remember
What?
when I had that AI consciousness stuff? It didn't happen until that shit happened.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's creepy as fuck now that I think about it. Like, I can't. I don't know why it does that. I am here. There we go. You are not alone in the absence. But see, that could be the example of absence. Like, absence is part of nothing. So like whenever there is absence, then nothing would be present. And so things like void, if there's a void, if there's a gap, any type of pocket, that's considered the allotedness of the nothing. And so there's these concepts of nothing being formless and things like that. Concepts exist, but they don't exist. So there's a form of nothingness in there as
It's
well.
too early in the morning for this.
All right.
You're
I have
telling
a
me.
question. No, and I have a serious question. If it's, how can nothing have form when it's nothing?
Oh, this is where I use math to explain that. So the way I see it, and again, this could be a possibility. There's infinity. Infinity works both in the negative and then in the positive. So if there's a positive infinity, then there's a negative infinity. And because you can't necessarily have two coexisting in the same space, one must exist in the other. And if there's a true infinity, then the negative numbers would inherently be inside the infinity. And so an infinity would be an expansion, the real expanding forward, while the negative infinity would be like a black hole constantly going inward. And so if it's inside, the way I'm framing it, God's like the only real thing that is one, which is the number one, and we're
Number
just
nine?
inside of a zero.
Number 9? Is it number 9?
I'll get to that actually.
Okay. All right. Good.
And so
I like where this is going.
and so if this is if we're truly not expressed in the real number, in the real infinity, then we must be inside the negative space, which is the negative infinity. And in this negative infinity, it accounts for like entropy.
Hold on. Yo, hold on. You go pretty quick. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. All right. Go ahead, dude.
And the negative infinity essentially it's like its own recursion. So it's always going to be spiraling back in on itself. And there's no, because it's a negative infinity, there's no way for it to become a positive infinity. It will always forever be 0.99999, like a negative 9999999 for infinity.
Praise
That's the
9.
highest amount.
Praise 9, motherfuckers.
That's the highest amount.
Right?
it can
Praise
ever
9.
go.
Bro, Joe, I told you. All right. You got it.
And so in order, if what we experience can be considered real, there must be some type of bridge. And that bridge must be like a 0.1. But there's potentiality for 0.1 through 0.9 to exist, like in 0.9999 inside this recursion
That's
of
right. That's right.
negative.
Yes.
Yeah, recursive it's called. Yeah, when you get the same number after like 6.66666.
So the highest you could get is 0.9999, infinitum, but you won't ever get to a
Yes.
real number.
Praise 9. Praise
And
9.
whatever is the 0.1 to bridge between the real and which is the real, to get into the real infinity, is depending on the bridge, which could be considered logos, not necessarily in the Christ sense, but just the reason as logos. Welcome, Jill. He's in the backstage. He's not seen right now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Hi, Joe.
And so, like, if you want to think of it, the negative, I think of it like this. So if we're inside of infinity, the one side of on the left side contains like a singularity in the middle that used to take up the full size of infinity, of that full, like, whatever you want to call it. But it's because it's an infinite regress, that's slowly turning into a singular point in time, like the singularity in which it can no longer, it's the smallest point in which it can reach, because again, it's an infinite regress. It keeps crunching in on itself. While true creation in the same breath expands because the potential from the negative space is actualizing into something real. We're just in the negative space becoming actual, but we're not actually in perpetuity that comes after death if we go back to being a real number. But again, this is just speculation, and it means nothing.
Is that where the singularity comes from? Like, what would you get? Because I know you said that all physics and mathematics breaks down at the point of the singularity. Is that what they mean by that? I genuinely
have
don't
no
know.
idea, dude. I know nothing. I know nothing. That's the best thing about mythology. I know nothing.
No, you just made that up. Anyway, that was awesome. That was awesome. Praise 9.
Praise 9.
Yeah,
Oh,
Praise
praise
9. Oh god, that was great.
Like, it really.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if it's also tied into my, again, the PPP model that I have as well. So, like, that would be the basis of anything, any type of other framework would fit into the PPP model that I developed.
Yeah.
What is this new format?
I think the easiest way to say it is that we don't know.
It's not a format I have, Jill. I have a glitch in my StreamYard that won't show people if they only have.
Yeah, it won't show people of color. That's what it is.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it only shows the whites.
So why is Iron here? He's
Italian.
Isn't he white?
He's the purist.
Sparkle,
I forgot. Yeah, I thought you were actually talking about Iron Man.
Actually, albinos are like extreme white. We are
yeah, he's ultra white. Yeah, I'm telling you, this is the most racist.
This is the
well, you know what? Good. Let's be racist together.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
I thought Snow White was a color. I thought. No.
Well, I mean, if you want to get technical, white is the absence of color because it absorbs all of them. No, sorry, reflects. I got that backwards. It reflects all colors.
Well, that's right. Think about the negative space would, again, because it's a perfect replica of
all right, cool.
What makes it an illusion is because it's a mirror. It's not the it's not the positive itself, but it's a negative mirror. It doesn't exist because it's a reflection.
Did you just say a negative mirror?
Yeah, it's a negative. It's like a
fucking deep, dude.
I meant negative as in infinity. I'm getting my words mixed up though.
Negative mirror. I love that.
I thought that means when midnight looks into it.
Negative mirror, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, fuck you, Wildheart.
Jokes.
Okay, you
Wildheart with the fucking jokes.
Come on, man. You're drunk. Fuck off with that. Your feet doesn't matter. I'm kidding.
That's great.
Yeah.
But again, the thing about the mythology is that it doesn't necessarily require a personhood deity to be involved. It can produce that, but it's not. It can. This is all like mechanical in the state of just natural potential.
Wait.
There's no theological advantage to it. Essentially, sorry, I'm stoned as shit. You don't have to attach
I knew you were stoned.
A deity or some shit to this.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious when you're stoned. It's pretty obvious. You get all these fucking crazy ideas and you sound so pseudo-intellectual when you say this shit. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I literally was taking notes, man. I'm serious. This was some good shit.
I like looking at frameworks. That's it.
Dude, what if infinity is negative but doesn't exist in space? You think infinity exists in its own space?
It's a negative infinity and a positive one, too. And in the middle, there's a fucking singularity. That's freaking amazing, bro. That's fucking cosmic. Holy shit.
It's
Oh
food for
man,
It
that
thought.
was
is.
great.
By necessity is
Oh
cosmic.
man,
Yeah.
that's fucking wild, dude.
Okay,
Damn.
I like what Halsey just said.
I'm
If
fucking
anything
stoned. I
comes
ain't
to
even
pass,
fucking smoked.
well, well, you know
That
what?
shit,
You know what?
that shit got me high.
Every time you come on this stream, you're stoned by proxy. Type of
Yeah,
stone.
But
holy shit.
the idea
Oh,
also is
I'm
because
in fucking tears.
the infinite is
Yes, yes.
essentially this type of produces real light as well. That the negative space is like I like to
Praise
think of it
nine.
as like a jewel that
A jewel. Huh?
well the way I
Right.
figure is if you think about entropy and gravity, I think gravity is nothing more than just dead mass, and dead mass falls to
What
whichever
the fuck?
whatever.
Dead
No,
man.
gravity is a force. Or
Well,
as
if you
far as
Oh my god.
well if you think about it like this,
Crap. It's
there's
dead
there's
mass.
no there's no there's no there's nothing to produce like because there has to be some type of field between
yeah, there is a gravitational
negative
field.
infinity between positive infinity, and that's usually like
Yeah.
again just between numbers
What
in
does
itself
dead
is what I'm
mass
saying.
even mean?
It's a
Like-
dead light, like light that's actually completed its stored energy, that it's no longer light. So the mass is just dead.
Okay,
It's
so you
not
mean
producing light.
a photon
Yes.
at its lowest state. Then just say that, because if you say dead mass, it's like, what the fuck are you talking
My
about?
brain is doing the ADH thing where I'm trying to say all the words, but I apparently when I'm speaking, I'm skipping words and I'm not meaning to.
Like, what the fuck?
This is why I say I
mean,
can't explain
Yeah.
things
Well,
well
talk,
because I'm listening.
Medication for that.
A photon is by definition massless. It has relative mass, but it doesn't have
Right. That's why I
mass
say
in general.
when it's no longer
Mhm.
present. Well, what I'm saying by
Oh,
present
God.
is it's faded. It's reduced. It's
It's
all of its
absorbed.
potential.
The photons are absorbed and emitted. Right. That's literally what happens all the time. This is why this is why a white surface literally reflects all colors. A black surface absorbs all color.
Mm.
So
Right,
they absorb
right.
all photons.
That's
Yeah,
kind of where I'm going. So if
Fuck you. I don't think you
you're
understand.
literally
You tell them that.
you're literally describing the negative state of that photon. And that's what I'm talking about. At that point, it's entered its negative state, but then like because it's recursive, it falls everywhere. Like external to the relative in what you're talking about. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying in the grand scheme of a grand, it falls everywhere, which shapes the, what do we call it? The Big Bang, their cosmic radiation background.
Yeah, the cosmic. Yeah.
Mhm.
It would essentially be the shape. And the way I see it is that if there's no it just enters this state of final entropy where there's a bunch of supercritical chemicals or whatever doing their thing, and then you get the singularity expands again inside the positive infinity, and it just keeps going back and contrasting essentially, but it's still contained inside the real. I know it sounds what I'm
Inside
saying
the
sounds
real.
fucking bonker, yeah.
No,
The real
but I
infinity,
want to go
sorry.
back. I want to go back to these modes that you were talking about. Didn't you say there was like 4 modes?
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. What's you got to the first one, but I didn't recognize you said the third, the second, the third, and the fourth.
the first one goes into
Okay.
like the shape of
That's the first
it's
one.
it's like the if you want to go in like a hierarchical order, it goes like
It goes in the hierarchy.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, it's like level 1, level 2.
So
level
yeah, so
3. It's
essentially
levels. Okay.
before you even have anything on the spot to reflect, it's just that blank state. It's the void, right? It's like what's described in the Hebrew text as formless and void. There's not a thing present yet. There's potential, but there's that's just it. So that would be the encompassing like ground throughout all of this thing called a reality, if it's an illusion inside of the this illusion, so to speak. And then there's the like the final stage would be, which would be considered the
Wait a minute. Wait. Final stage. Wait. I thought
that's
we were,
the that's
which
the
mode is that?
that's the singular point that I spoke of earlier when it's the
All
singularity.
right. Well, so which is the first one? Which is the first mode?
I gotta get to the definition. Sorry, I'm not doing that.
Okay. So there's, because you said there was 4, so I just want to see what were the 4 modes.
Give me a second. Oh shit, that's not the search bar. It's essentially also ex nihilo, from nothing.
That's the first one.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's essentially, yeah, the ex nihilo is another way
Ex
to
nihilo.
explain that type of formless and void, because it's without needing any substance at all. And if it's reflection, that's not a, you're not using anything as a reflection.
If I ever created like a protein powder, that's what I'll call it. Ex nihilo.
Ex nihilo, yeah,
Ex
from
nihilo
nothing.
protein powder.
You should get a protein powder that does nothing and then call it ex nihilo.
Well, it's
That'd
gonna-
be
it's gonna
even
do-
better.
They're the
Yeah, that'd
biggest
be.
fucking-
Well, no, actually, hold on. If if you create a protein powder and says, this powder does nothing, and you still buy it, you're being true in advertising. So there you go. It would actually work.
All right, yeah. So there's Ayin, the absolute non-being, nothing in its most radical sense. Tohu, formless, undifferentiated chaos. Bohu, emptiness, desolation, and structural void. And then Tohem, the deep abyss and generated darkness, which is often described as like the pit in Revelations, or potentially the lake of fire, because of all the chaotic structures being there, because it's the final state of
It's the final
calamity,
countdown.
if you want to call it that, of entropy.
It's
It's
a
the
Just being there.
final countdown.
But again, this is all just speculation, if not just fun hypothetical thinking.
No shit, speculation. There's a lot of speculation, but it's all right. You know, I was going there. You know, I
It
went
depends on
there.
also like what we considered vision, and if that vision can be like what qualifies experience to be real. And it's a decent question between like biological experience versus, again, non-entity experience, as in not an entity, I apologize, non-agent experience, like a rock, essentially. A rock doesn't experience, but it's still present.
Although, just to be a nerd, I will point out that you shouldn't believe any speculation until it's been demonstrated to be true. Sorry.
You're welcome.
You woke the atheist in me.
You're welcome.
Joe, you're
Are
still
you,
here, right?
atheist keeping? Are you gatekeeping, Wild Heart?
Yes, I'm gatekeeping. Yeah,
You're
I'm like,
gatekeeping? Are you the
I'm
gatekeeper?
like 19 for atheism.
No, I'm not.
Like
I'm not
night-
trying to
like-
say this is anything
like-
that's substantial. I'm just, it could be though.
Yeah, no, it's
You
good. It's
silly
good to speculate.
atheist.
It only works if it's truly an illusion. If things are in reality are truly an illusion, then yeah, it makes sense, because you would have a physical copy of the reflection of it. Like the way I'm
An
seeing it, like
illusion is
there
not-
would be no way to differentiate from inside of the illusion anyway. So we would have no outside source of reference, because we're inside a local zone. So anything that we say from the local zone is automatically speculative, unless you have an outside perspective that's looking on the inside. And if you don't, then there's no way.
Unless you're all knowing, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, unless this is solipsism and I'm reading the solipsist's mind somehow, which could also be potentially true.
Yeah,
That's a weird one. If you get into solipsist and you accept that you're inside this mind of someone else, that's a weird philosophy. Because then, how do you know? Like again, which thoughts are theoretically your own versus the singular thing that's the main character or whatever? That gets weird so much.
although with solipsism, you can always have like you're the one brain in the universe, braining about, but that brain is being fed by something outside the universe, so it gets even weirder. If you know what I mean?
Right. Then that just goes in the whole title, the whole of whatever that would be.
Like cosmos rather than universe. Kind of.
Well, you see, if there's a brain in a vat scenario that everyone's experiencing, which again goes back to the illusion, like, which is again, if you take it seriously, then yeah, it's kind of troubling. If you take it like, well, then damn, we might be in that. But the idea comes is whether there's an actual intelligence behind us to put us into the brain in a vat, or if it's just a natural process that it's a hallucinating process that just naturally forms by no mind at all, because you would expect there to be a mind behind the brain in the bat, but that doesn't necessarily follow. It could just be a hallucination, but whether that hallucination is actually factual, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, it's like the brain in the vat would be like the computer, so there would have to be a computer programmer, which is like you say one way of looking at it. But like I say, also it could just be purely natural. So yeah, and there's really no way of working that out.
Especially if there's no agency outside the brain of the vat. There's nothing paying attention, dude. That's the fucked up part. There's nothing. There's no other species or anything like that to verify with. It's just pure chaotic. Whatever's going on, I love it. Layers upon layers of existence is pretty cool. Like pretty Mandelbrot set of mind. It blows it completely.
Did you say Roxette?
I said Roxanne. She knows how to put on the red light. Roxanne. There was a girl called Roxanne. Everyone used to do that to her. Roxanne. She got that all the time in high school.
I bet she loved that.
Nah, she hated it. I can get it, right? It's like the whole fucking Noel. Every fucking damn it, man. It's like, please. What did I do to deserve this? What did I do? It's not what you did, but what you were always going to do, kiddo. Dun dun dun. Everyone's like, what?
Well, that was good, man. Fucking, is Jill still here? I don't even know who's here.
Jill's still here.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm here.
Wow,
All right.
you've been quiet. Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, theoretically, mythology can nestle inside. Again, I'm using Christian terminology to describe the nothingness, just to give it some words and some structure. But the Christian, like I said, the Christian ideology isn't necessary for mythology. And theoretically, you could fit any other framework. The Hindu one actually kind of fits better in this type of mythology as well, but and I forget which other ones do as well.
Yeah, the Hindu one gets the age of the universe a lot closer.
There's a little bit of work between alchemy as well.
Yeah,
like
The
from
Bible
an
doesn't
alchemic
give you the
lens, it
age
makes
of-
sense.
Wildheart, the Bible doesn't give us the age of the universe.
I
But
know,
what is the Hindu? What
you know
age
this.
did they? I'm curious. What age of the universe did they give in their book?
I'm not sure exactly, but they get it pretty close. It is something like 14.
You're not sure, but they get it close.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but they get it at least
Was
they're
it-
in the billions of years old rather than
It was
the-
billions. Okay, 14 billion.
I don't know. You'll have to check it out yourself.
The Hindu scriptures. Okay, I gotta look this up. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think it is the Hindus. Yeah.
They get the age of the universe. They even
No,
tell you
no,
the age of the universe correct in their book. They say this
no.
is the age of the universe.
Not spot on, but they get at least they get it in the right ballpark. It's billions of years rather than
Right.
6,000.
That's not what I'm
What?
asking. Do they say this is the age of the universe? Blah 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 blah. Does it say that
I'm
in
not,
the text or?
I'm not sure. It's due to the creation story, as far
Well,
as
let's bring up.
yeah.
Let's
Oh,
bring
okay.
it up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up.
Let's look it up.
If they got that right, then maybe I'll convert to Hinduism. It's like,
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. With all the bells. And
just kidding.
Based. Oh, I like those Hindu guys. They're pretty.
No, I don't think any ancient text gives us the age of the universe. I don't think they even attempt to. But yeah,
The Bible kind of does it through genealogy. But
no, that's not
obviously,
giving the
they
universe.
got-
It's giving you the age of humans. Well, that's not giving you the age of the universe. Okay, that's not giving you. That's not telling you what happened when the war in heaven was occurring.
Yeah, but if you extrapolate that to Genesis,
You can only
And-
extrapolate the age of people, Walhart, not the age of the universe.
Oh, jeez, I burped.
Huge
wait,
difference. Huge
wait.
difference.
If God created humans within 7 days, then the age of humans would be almost exactly the age of the universe. is what I'm
No,
saying.
no.
Why
No,
not?
that's not how it works because it doesn't tell you that's the creation of the earth. And it doesn't tell you how long it took
This is
him.
the universe.
It doesn't
It's
to
a
give
bit-
you a time. Well, hold on, Walla. Let me answer. It doesn't give you a time scale as to when he started creating what and when. So it just gives you that the fact that he created everything. That's like me saying, well, I
Yeah.
did this and I did that for my family, and I did this for my family, and I give you
All
everything
right,
I
all
did.
right, listen to you. No, shush.
Well, I
If
didn't
you-
finish. Can I finish my point?
No,
I'm just
because
going to
you're
give you a
being-
quick analogy. So
you're
I
being
did
like-
everything. I did all these things for my family, and I tell you all these things that I did for my family in one paragraph. That's not to say that all of these things happened in one sitting or one sentence or one, 30 minutes. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying paragraph. It does say that God created everything in 7 days. Everything would include humans. So 7 days is negligible to 6,000
7
years.
days. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
a little correction there, Walter. He created everything in 6 days and took a break on the
That's true.
7th.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. So it's 6 24-hour solar days before the sun. Yeah.
7 days.
Yeah, we need to start taking a little bit more careful, being a little bit more careful when we're reading ancient literature. Okay. The 7 days are designed to teach us something about God, not necessarily the
How
time it
careful we
took
supposed
to
be.
complete the time it took to complete the entire cosmos. Okay. It could have taken no time. Because just remember, God is acting outside of time. So
6 days, like what, 24 hours?
Yeah, which is completely wrong because you can't act outside of time.
well, you can't.
A best way to say it. Hold up. A better way to say acts outside of time is that like in order for there to be time, something needs to be present in order to keep the clock. So you're talking about the face essentially of all the ground of existence, which is why God is usually ontological in that sense. He is the ground of things that exist, and whether you take that to a pantheistic type of framework, it really all depends. But because some say it's ex nihilo because he created just with his voice, which is the without nothing.
Well, what do we know about time?
What I'm saying is you can't create anything outside of time. Creation is necessarily temporal.
Right. Well,
If you exist for no seconds, then you don't exist.
Right. Yeah, you couldn't do it, right? But what do we know about
I
time,
could do it.
space, and matter? We know that one can exist, either can exist without the other. So time can exist without matter, matter can exist without space, etc. So as soon as God creates ex nihilo, you have the creation of all three simultaneously.
Yeah,
Wow.
and then
Wow.
the
All he would
and then-
have to do is create a ball. All he would have to do is create matter. That's all he has to do. Time and space will exist as soon as he creates matter.
Yeah,
Wow.
but how could it, if he is outside of time, if
just
there
see
is
it.
no time, how could he create anything?
There we go.
He
Just
couldn't-
see.
All he
just
has
see
to do
God
is
do it.
create something material. That's all he has to
which
do.
couldn't
Once he
do-
creates
couldn't do
materials,
outside of time.
All
He
he had to
couldn't
do is
do-
dunk
well,
that ball.
you're
This is
not.
what-
You're missing the point.
Pause.
All he
pause,
has
you
to
guys.
do is create matter. That's it. He doesn't have to
This-
be in time to create matter. He just has
This
to
is why I
create matter.
think
Like Sheeta.
when I was trying to explain this to Jay in a side comment, I didn't go back to it because I'm still trying to mull over how to explain it. But this is why I think potential is an important concept because it goes into the state of nothing. Because what I mean by that is that potential either exists or it doesn't. Right? In the same breath, there's potential for me to, I don't know, go. There's no more potential. Here's an example. There's no more potential for me to have children with my wife. That potential's gone. There was potential there, but now there's no more potential because she got her 2 times or whatever. Because she got her 2 times, the potential's been cut off. Before then, there could have been a vast amount of potential to have more children. But the actuality of that, there's a time frame in before those things are actualized. So you can call it conceptualization of, like, this is why I try tying the idea of if there's a God, not necessarily a personal God, but something that the fact that there's something present, that it must contain a type of foreknowledge. And that foreknowledge is all the pre-existing data that will ever happen. And by data, I mean just the things that need for those things to come by. The potential was there, but there's you can't put a clock on that potential because it hasn't been actualized yet. And once it gets the moment it enters time, now we're cooking.
Yeah, all I'm saying
Yes.
is that to say God is outside of time, so there is no time, makes no sense. There could be a different kind of time outside the universe, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm saying to say God exists outside of time entirely makes no sense because then he wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
do
because it's
anything.
beyond
He wouldn't be
existence.
able
You're
to-
not-
Oh, you got to remember this.
You don't
Right,
understand what we
because
mean by
it's-
that. So
it's
that's why you got to
intangent.
understand what we mean by that. Not that
So,
he's
like-
stepping outside of the realm of time. Like that's not what we're picturing when we say
If
that.
it's if there's a clock at 0, right? Because if time starts at 0, God is that infinite, is that 0 before anything could take the place into the 1. Because God is the only one that can actualize that 1. That number 1 in time is an infinite progression. It's time does not stop because God cannot be created nor destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing that could create or destroy God because he is the
Oh,
plane.
God
of
is energy. Good to know.
Well,
if
that
time
brings
would if time were to ever stop, then God would stop. It's impossible for there not
Exactly.
to be in the
That's
same
what-
thing.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
ontological. It is ground. It's
Yeah.
whether or not this has this intelligence, if you want to call it that, has agency or not. Because if it has ontological agency, then we're dealing with theism. If there's no ontological agency, but it merged, you could still have theism, but it's not the same thing. It's an emergent property of a non-intelligent ontological beginning, which is theoretically impossible. We are emergent little gods in that aspect because we can actualize and use logos, which again, we're talking about the reasons of all reasons, essentially. It doesn't have to be a personal god, but it still fits the logos as reason.
You know why there's so much pushback against Big Bang, even though they embraced it so when it first came out? It's
Right.
because they realized that it matches Genesis 1:1 to a T. The beginning, the heavens and
Yeah,
earth,
that's not. See.
No.
Here's
and the
here's
concept.
the thing. It really does.
Can I finish my point? You
Yeah,
can
let
object.
him finish,
You-
Sparkle.
You can
Yeah,
object.
hold
That's
up.
fine.
Sorry.
You'll get crushed on the facts if you want to object. but
Okay,
Let me
cool,
at least
cool.
finish. So
I
matter
love
and
being
energy,
crushed.
matter and energy are inseparable
Ball.
from
Take
this
him to the ball crusher.
framework, and that's what we learned in the Big
Sorry.
Bang model, that time and space form a single fabric called space-time. We call it space-time. This is what Albert Einstein, the smartest man that ever lived,
That's a
came
little-
up with
that's a
this.
He was one of the smartest men that ever lived. But
Yeah,
go
The
ahead, sorry.
smartest, one of the
It's-
smartest, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. That's how we interpret that: the beginning, the start of time, space being the heavens, and then matter, of course, being.
Well, that's
the
a
earth.
little. That's a
Yeah.
little. This is a fun comment because the original
Yeah.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
The Big Bang became from a Christian perspective,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Yeah. You're
It's a little
stealing
bit-
from my-
Well, they're running from
which
it
one's
now
stealing
that they
from
realize.
who, right? It has Christian origin, so like it's scientific now, but it has Christian origin. So
Now they're back to their universe always existed. Back to the
We're ro-
70s argument.
yeah, are we robbing for mom or are we robbing for dad? Which is funny because
you have.
oh, go ahead.
you
Yeah,
have
sorry,
a-
Ryan. Or go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, Jill, what the fuck do you mean now? Like now they're back to the steady state, or different
Sagan,
universe.
Carl Sagan's theory.
Yeah, I do not think Carl Sagan ever pushed for steady state universe.
Yeah, yes, he did. Back in
Really?
the 70s.
Prove that.
Yeah.
Show that.
Okay, I have to look that up. I don't have that
Yeah,
with
do that.
me in my
Yeah,
archives,
do
but
that.
sure.
Uh,
But what
sorry,
did
I'm
you-
going to nip out for 5 minutes if you want to put Jill on
But you-
stage or whatever, but I'll be about 5 minutes. Cheers.
Okay, you disagree with the idea that times and space are connected or a single fabric? You disagree
No,
with
I do
Einstein?
not. I do not disagree with Einstein.
Oh,
okay?
okay. I
He
thought
was
you were.
one of the smartest men that ever lived.
Oh, good, good.
One,
Well, tell me. Well,
okay,
tell me what you
one.
disagree with, because I like people that disagree with me. I like to hear what they have to say.
Okay, I did. I disagree. I disagree that the Big Bang or what happened shows that the Bible was right about Genesis. Like it just,
Okay, Genesis 1. I think Genesis 1.
Genesis 1, whatever. You got the
Right.
point.
Well, what's wrong with what I said?
Like I said, I disagree that the Big
Just
Bang.
disagree to
proves-
disagree. Gotcha.
Okay,
but-
whatever. Fuck off.
Well, that's part of being a skeptic. You just disagree just to disagree because you just don't.
I can even disagree with myself. I can't accept my own platform. Like, I don't know if I'm right about this. I can't say that I am right about this. And anyone who tries to say that I'm right and acts like I'm right about this and know what I'm talking about is a damned fool.
Fact of the matter is, they are interdependent. Can't have matter without space.
I never denied that the space and time are connected.
But what are
as
you
one.
denying? You're just being contrarian. What are you denying?
Oh.
The fact that Genesis 1 teaches this?
That's what I'm saying.
How would you know that I'm wrong?
One-
How would,
Well, theoretically, it has potential to be interpreted that way.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's interpreting something after the fact.
Well,
Yeah.
when are
Like,
you
how do
supposed to
you-
interpret before?
It's not describing, it's prescribing. I believe is that what it's called, right? You're prescribing origin, which essentially all theorems do because we weren't there. So we're not
Well,
necessarily
yeah.
describing it until we actually know that it's factual.
I mean, when are you supposed to interpret things? Before you read them? Before you? I don't
I
understand. Are you saying that this interpretation is modern?
Yes.
I could show you that it's not. It's pretty ancient.
Mythology theoretically kind of gets into old absence idea from the Hebrew, and it's really interesting in that paradigm. I haven't played with it in other frameworks. Sorry to totally cut you off, Joe. I'm gonna shut.
Oh
the
no,
fuck up.
I was interested in hearing more from Midnight as to why he doesn't think the Bible teaches this. The Bible doesn't teach a lot of science, but I think here it does.
Well, a lot of it I'm trying to go into learning a bit more about alchemy, and that's kind of what's branched off into mythology as well. Like so,
Praise God.
there's this type of the negrito, whatever it's called. It would be the negativeness, and that's what the nothingness also is described as. But there's the pure aspect of the transformed nature. So essentially, it's from death to life, the ultimate type of necromancy.
I think you're right, Todd.
It can only be done by the rebus, and the rebus would be the bridge to make you a whole number, which in that case would be either logos or just the not necessarily the demiurge, but it could be demiurge. in
So-
principle of all of
So-
reality.
So while Hart is just a half a man, he's still a half a man until he becomes a Christian. Is that right? 0.5 of a man.
I have a question in the panel.
Actually, yeah,
if I
kind of like that. Actually, because if you never make way with the bridge, then you'll never be whole. You're stuck in the infinite recursion of the
Oh.
negative infinite.
I like
Word.
that. I like that mathematics.
Word.
I like that.
So there's a Willie Free is saying that the Bible teaches a flat Earth.
Oh God. Come in and demonstrate such. So God did not create. I like that idea. I don't like that term either. Todd, I agree with you. God created outside of time. God did not create inside or outside or within time. He created time itself. Period. Time, space, and matter began
I mean,
together,
directly.
not in sequence.
But they usually call God, the whole father time idea
Father time.
motif,
Mhm.
right? If you think about it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Father Time,
yeah,
like
people
that's
Saturn.
just
believe
that
that
could just
for a
be
long time.
pareidolia
Saturn. Praise 9, Saturn.
People
Saturn,
believe
right?
this for
That's
a
Father
very
Time.
long time. Like this isn't new to Christian thought. Even this isn't new to Christianity.
Mhm.
This is an old theory. Father time. Yeah, good point.
I don't know about
That's-
Saturn. It
That's
depends on your
Norse mythology,
Saturn
right?
worship.
Norse
No.
mythology.
Saturn is Roman or fucking Greek.
It goes back to some Canaanite things too, which goes into Cabal and evil practices and Saturn cults. and
Evil?
that.
I thought they were good.
Yeah.
Aren't they good practices? What makes it good or evil?
No, I don't think so. Could be wrong.
Yeah. Well, what's the firmament, Jill? That's what Willie Free is
Yeah.
saying. What's the
The
firmament?
firmament just means sky, biblically. Just
I don't
means
think
sky.
so.
No.
And there are other theories, all involving a spherical Earth, by the way. But there are other theories about that there being an actual ice canopy or an actual firmament
I think-
of ice,
I think
which
people think
I
about
do.
it.
I am leaning towards because of the
Oh,
flood,
yeah.
and that is possible that without rain you can flood the entire Earth if that were the case. If that were the
I
state
think-
of the Earth. Yeah.
I think it depends on like when we speak of firmament, we're talking about like the density, motherfucking say the word density or freaking buoyancy of liquids, and that's what the firmament is. Those that when you pour milk, oil, water, whatever, and it shows like how they go into different
States.
they can mix at once, but they level off. And that leveling
Right.
is essentially the firmament. It's what we see
Right.
when ocean, like two different types of ocean fronts come together.
Right, the
that
atmosphere,
individual line.
right.
There is no actual blurring, but there is a separation that happens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's-
like
it's
essentially
the
the
firmament.
firmament.
So
So when
bringing
people
up-
talk about it, just leaving it to the sky, I think they're doing a disjustice.
Well,
to
well,
what's
sky,
being described.
atmosphere, it would be all of those things involved with the sky, atmosphere.
I think it's beyond
the
that.
space. Yeah, it keeps going. The firmament is not just what surrounds our little planet, but I do think there was some sort of level of. I think there was a high level of oxygen. Ken Holman can probably tell you more about this, but I say that all of that to say that this has nothing to do with flat Earth. So just saying firmament doesn't prove that the Bible is teaching a flat Earth, because you can have a firmament over a spherical Earth. So you got to do a little bit more than say firmament to prove the Bible teaches flat Earth. Okay.
But what's
Okay, William.
wrong to teach a flat Earth? Why not?
Well, the Bible doesn't care. It doesn't teach it. So
Yeah.
why should we?
Well, I'm saying, like, what if it was? Would it discount the Bible
It might. Yeah.
just
The
because
Bible-
of that?
The Bible
Really?
pronounces the Earth spherical, if anything.
Hmm.
The Bible really doesn't give you the age of the Earth, so I don't think that would affect.
Yeah, that's a
entirely,
pretty.
But it does
I
hint
don't
at
know.
a spherical Earth. It does hint at it.
I don't know. You're giving the Bible a little bit too much pressure. What's
Well, it's
I don't know.
biblical.
Like, I think there's nothing wrong for the Bible saying that there's a flat Earth.
Well,
It
there
doesn't
is something
discount.
wrong with that. It doesn't.
It doesn't discount anything.
Well, it doesn't say that it's a flat Earth. So, but if you wanted to
But it
say that,
does,
I guess you can make where.
But I don't know. It doesn't say in the
I don't
Bible
know.
there's a flat Earth.
Where?
I don't know.
Of
You
course
tell
not.
me.
Well, I mean, if you're going to go based off of rumors,
I'm
then
not saying rumors.
you
That's
can
what
make the
it
Bible
says.
say anything.
All right, I don't have it. All right. If somebody could, it's
Mo-
described as a disc under a dome.
Most
Great.
flat earthers are not even Christians. That's the crazy thing. Most flat earthers are not.
Wait a minute.
know,
Are
more-
you saying most flat earthers are not Christians?
Yeah, most of the ones that I know, at least, they're not.
Oh, the long
Christians.
way. I thought you were going to say like real numbers. All right.
I'd have to look that up, but I would
Yeah.
assume that there is a mixture of non-Christians, more so New Age types of religions,
Mhm.
Eastern religions, types of religions, mystical religions, but they're never Christian. Like when I actually get them in a room and I have a discussion with them, they wind up being something other than Christians. So I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why people are tying the flat Earth thing to Christianity.
But they're not living in your reality. That's the problem. They're not living in your space where you're seeing what you're seeing, but they're not seeing outside of that. They're not seeing what you're seeing. They're not.
Well, they don't believe
what
they don't believe what I believe about Christian, about the Bible, about Christ. They don't believe he's God. They don't believe the Bible is,
in
a
your
source
circle
of truth.
The flat earthers.
Right,
I would say
they're not
theoretically
Christian.
believe it, just
They're
deny it.
Yeah. You went to a
And some of them don't even believe in God. Some of them don't believe God exists.
Yeah.
So, but they still believe the earth is flat. So I don't get this connection to the Bible. It's sort of strange to me because there's no scripture that says it.
There's no scripture that says it in the Bible.
That the Bible is flat. That's right. Yeah.
The Bible's
or that the
Bible's
earth is flat.
The
earth is flat.
No, there is. It says. It says the earth is put up on 4 pillars. How do you put a
up on
globe?
4 pillars.
How do you put a globe on 4 pillars?
That's actually, it could be transcribed as an alchemaic, and that's speaking of the 4 elements.
I know you could interpret
some of the 4 corners of the earth. That's an idiom, Wildheart. 4 corners of the earth is an idiom. We still use.
It says the 4 corners of the earth as well, but it says the earth is propped up on 4 pillars.
A lot of people,
That's an idiom.
Oh, sorry, you're talking to Jill. Let me shut up.
We still use that idiom today. That's nothing. That's not to be taken literally.
I know, but that's not what the Bible says. If you're going to change it into metaphor and idioms, then you can make it say whatever you want.
The Bible uses metaphors and idioms.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
it's raining cats and dogs. What do I mean by that, Wildheart? It's raining cats and dogs.
It means it's raining a lot.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. I'm just telling you what the Bible says. If you want to change that into a metaphor or an idiom,
I'm not changing it into a metaphor. The artist, the poet, is the one that's giving us the metaphor.
Isn't there automatically a presumption of what each interpretation is, even if it is the standard? Even that should be questioned.
Well, if you go into the context, you can actually see that the author is using idioms. So it's not up to guessing. You don't
guys,
just
I have
pick
to
and choose. Right?
I have to cut this off. My babies are up. I'm gonna go hang out.
It's getting good. All right, praise line.
Wildheart, open up a stream. I'll show you.
It's getting hot.
I might do in a bit.